Hey, welcome back to our tailgate party here outside Local 12. We're getting ready for the big game on Sunday. We're super excited about it. And if you listen to the Bengals on the radio, you will recognize this voice, even if you don't regularly hear it on the radio. You know this voice. You know this man.
Yes, you do. This morning, we want to check in with Bengals legend and radio color commentator, perhaps the most diverse player ever on the Bengals offensive line, in my humble opinion, future Ring of Honor inductee, Dave Lapham. Hey, Dave, how are you, bud?
Morning, guys. How you doing? Beautiful day.
It is, and boy, could we have not scripted a better weather forecast for Sunday. It's going to be absolutely perfect for the game. But thanks for taking the time to talk to us. I know you're probably pretty busy right now.
It's my pleasure. It's going to feel like fall. You know, I mean, it's even though it's middle of September, it's going to feel like a beautiful day for football. There's no question about that. The guys are going to love it.
Yep.
So, Dave, let's start with where I think everything starts with the Bengals right now, and that is Joe Burrow. He said recently he feels as good going into this season as he has felt since his rookie season. How do you think the rehab from the injury is gone? He has obviously put on some extra muscle. How do you think Joe looks going into the season?
Phenomenal. I really do. I think he's had an unbelievable training camp, and he's had a full and complete training camp. You know, like Joe Burrow and the number ones didn't get a lot of snaps in the preseason. They went on one drive and they went 12 plays, 73 yards and a touchdown, so it's not too bad. But all during the training camp, the practices were more intense. They had joint practices with the Chicago Bears and with the Indianapolis Colts, and he was so on point. I think he completed over 80% of his passes for everything. I mean, counting practices and you know, I can remember my early in my career watching Kenny Anderson, and it's like, man, the ball never hits the ground. This guy completes everything. And that's what Joe looked like. I mean, Joe was like, he was so accurate with the football. Like you said, Bob, he's put on some muscle, and I think the velocity of the football has improved. And in the beginning, he needed to make an adjustment with that injury he was rehabbing from to the spin of the football, but he's done that. And I mean, all of his receivers are like, man, it's Joe. It's Joe Burrow. He's back. He's back tenfold.
All right, someone that isn't quite back yet, I want to get your opinion on. Jamar, you know, the talk right now, is he going to play Sunday? We will see. We don't know. But if he does, do you have any concerns about him not being fully present in the preseason? I mean, he's Jamar Chase. He's 7'11". He's always open. I think that he would probably be fine just jumping right back into where he left off. But what do you think?
I agree with you. I think, I think he will play. There's still a couple of days left to get a contract done. I'd like to see a contract done before he plays. I know he'd like to see a contract done before he plays. But I think he will play in this football game. And when you look at it, I mean, Sam Hubbard, because of injury, wasn't able to do much. I mean, he was on the rehab field a lot. So he was doing the same things that Jamar Chase was doing, supporting his teammates, giving fellow defensive ends tips. Jamar's doing it with the wide receivers, things that he sees, lending his knowledge and experience that he's already accumulated in the National Football League, in every single meeting, not missing anything, applying it on the football field mentally. And the thing is, Jamar's not hurt. Sam's still coming back from a knee problem. So it's like, really, I think Jamar's going to be fine. Jamar was able to run and do cardiovascular things even more so than Sam was able to do. And Sam's going to have to get his football legs under him. Jamar's going to have to get his football legs under him. Anybody that missed an extended period of time during training camp is in the same boat. Obviously, Jamar's is getting all kinds of, how's he going to be? Because of the contract. I mean, the contract is the big news. Obviously, that's the first thing everybody talks about every day. Jamar's contract, when's he going to sign? I think from a physical standpoint, I think he's going to be fine. I think in both cases, you got to monitor them, see how they feel, if the offense is on the field for a 12-play drive. When Jamar comes off the field, how you feeling? You need to take a little blow here. What's the deal? Hopefully the defense is not on the field for a 12-play drive. Hopefully all Sam has to endure is 3 and outs. That'd be great. But, it's almost monitor it as the game progresses. And see how many snaps are being taken on a consecutive basis, and kind of go from there.
Well, Dave, I know we're spending a lot of time on the offensive side of the ball, but I do want to stay there for another question. Because when you talk about Joe and keeping him healthy, and you talk about Jamar going out to catch passes, and you got to give Joe enough protection so that he has the time to make that pass, how are you feeling about the line being able to take care of their business and keep Joe clean? And, Mims comes in, he gets a little nicked up during the preseason. Is he going to be the guy? Talk to me about the offensive line.
Yeah, I think, unfortunately, Mims, he might even be deactivated for this football game with that pectoral injury that he's still working through. But they're going to be fine. Trent Brown, he was the insurance policy, and the premiums paid off. Trent Brown's been this will be his 10th year in the NFL. He's gone to the Pro Bowl. He's been on a Super Bowl winning team. So individually and team-wise, he's achieved at the highest level. He was a teammate of Ted Karras when the Patriots won the Super Bowl. They won a Super Bowl together. So, I mean, they've got that handled. If they decide to deactivate Mims, maybe he'll be the emergency guy at the tackle position. They're going to have to monitor that. How did it look at practice? How does he feel? I would maybe err on the side of caution and make sure that he's 100% ready to go when he does come back and play, because he is going to be around a long time and playing at an extremely high level. You've got 4 of the 5 starters that are going to be in the football game, if Mims is not a starter at right tackle, that have all gone to the Pro Bowl or gone to the Super Bowl or both and won the Super Bowl, as a matter of fact. Every single guy. Kappa won it in Tampa Bay. Karras won it in New England. Trent Brown won it in New England. Orlando Brown won it in Kansas City. I mean, they've all won Super Bowls. So they know what it takes. They've individually, they've gone to Pro Bowls. They've won Super Bowls. They know what to do. They know how to do it. I think it's going to be one of the best lines the Bengals have ever had, potentially one of the best in the National Football League as well.
All right, well, we won't keep you too much longer, but we spent a lot of time, of course, talking about the big names. You got Joe Burrow, you got Jamar Chase, talking about Mims, talking about Ted Karras. Who else should we be looking out for this year? Who do you think is going to be a standout this year?
Watch out for Hendrickson, man. I'm telling you. Hendrickson is going to be a problem for people coming off that edge at defensive end. His quick twitch is unbelievable. He's got the quick twitch of like a defensive back or a running back in a big body. And, man, his short space quickness, his explosiveness, he is going to put on some heat off that edge. He's going to have a big year. And then also, it's been talked about a lot, but Stone and Bell at the safety position, it's going to make everything a lot better for the defense. It all starts with communication. You guys are in the communication business. I am as well. I mean, communication's key. And the thing is to identify it right away and be able to communicate it. And those guys are doing a really good job of that. And I think the defense as a whole is going to be a heck of a lot better as a result of that. I don't think you'll see as many explosive plays because guys aren't in the right place. They're not where they're supposed to be when they're supposed to be there. I think that's all going to be taken care of.
And I love Hendrickson's motor. I've never seen a dude go as hard as he goes on every play. Dave, we're going to let you go because this is really amazing that you were willing to spend this much time with us. I know you're deep in preparation right now, so thank you so much for the time.
Thank you, Dave. You're the best.
My pleasure. Enjoy it. You guys, excellent job. Cornhole. I was a horseshoe guy. Cornhole wasn't around when I was young. Horseshoes. But, cornhole, I like it.
It's very similar. It's very similar. Do you also find that when you hold something in your hand, I'm not saying it has to be a beer. I'm just saying in the opposite hand it balances you. That's my strategy.
I held a horseshoe in the other hand. I had one in each hand as I was throwing horseshoes. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Next time we have a tailgate, we're going to bring horseshoes out and we'll invite Dave to come.
Just for you, Dave. Thank you, buddy. Take care. Hoo day.
Hoo day, Dave.
Hoo day, man.
Thank you
Ladies.
so much, Lap.
Take care, bud.
Thank you.
It is, coming up to one of the most creative moments in the program. Are you ready to draw the Bengals, Jen Dalton?
Maybe we could get Lap to come out and draw the Bengals with us sometime, or draw the news. That would be awesome, too. We'll play.
Sure, you can stop watching, but let's be honest, you want to know more. Tap the links, or even better, click subscribe to stay in the know.